Good evening, cruisers. This is Rick Wade, the Texas Cruiser. Kind of want to give you a little bit of a weekend review that we had last week. A few interesting, fun stuff happened, and some interesting cruise news. So I want to go ahead and talk a little bit about what went on this week. Of course, the big thing here was the Carnival Jubilee Naming Ceremony that Gwen Stefani was named the godmother for, and she come in and got really jazzed up things a little bit. She did have like a 4 or 5 song concert, little mini concert she put on it. I've seen the videos of, and she really put on a good little concert, and she had a good time. And she did say that she was just totally floored and honored to be named the godmother for Jubilee. So it's I think the crowd also threw the love at her too. So anyway, Christine Duffy, the president of Carnival Cruise Line, she introduced Gwen Stefani, and she also got the name, talked about all the different things that went on. I will also show up the bottle of champagne, which I kind of cried about because I hate to see spilt champagne. But anyway, I digress. Anyway, she did. Christine Duffy also mentioned that this was also the 100th birthday for the cruise line founder, Ted Arison. Now, that was kind of an interesting bit of news, and that's kind of shows the history of Carnival, how far back it goes. It goes back a few years. So Kendall Fire, of course, the outstanding cruise director for Jubilee, she was there doing the MCing work also, and they talked about the boots. You know, I had a previous report video, if you can go back and see, about the boots, custom boots that Christine Duffy wore when her ship first arrived here in Galveston. And they decided to put on a pair of those custom made, just like those, up for bid, for auction. And this gentleman by the name of Emerson Henkammer, he's the CEO of Vacations to Go, and he won the boots with a $25,000 bid. And all the proceeds, of course, going to Operation Homefront. He also gets a 7-night balcony stateroom on the Jubilee cruise on Jubilee at his choosing when to do that. One good thing that they put on, which is really outstanding for Carnival Cruise Line, they presented a $50,000 check to St. Jude Children's Research Hospital on behest of Gwen Stefani. That's really outstanding that they did that, and hats off to Carnival Cruise Line. Bit of news that was also mentioned that over the years since 2010, actually, Carnival has raised $33 million for St. Jude's. So Carnival has been a great benefactor for St. Jude's, and they're all about making money, cruises and all that, but they do believe in giving back to the community, and that's such a great organization for them to donate money to. Of course, all these encourage all the other cruisers and all to donate to St. Jude's. I do that too, even though we do have many outstanding facilities. Texas Children's Hospital here in Houston region at the Texas Medical Center is really outstanding, and then we always like to see the people donate to them also. One funny thing though, they did have a Will Anderson, I think the guy's name is, a roping kind of guy who does rope tricks and stuff. Usually you see them on the back of a horse doing this, but of course he didn't have a horse there, so he walked around and did that little demonstration and stuff like that. And he did a little cracker whip thing too. So anyway, it's kind of a Texas tie-in. I like to see, hey man, bring in a bull and every guy riding on the back or whatever. So anyway, I get a little silly there, but it was a great event, and they did have it like at 3:30 in the afternoon on Saturday, which kind of delayed the ship. They held everybody off who's supposed to have got on board to sell out till like 5:30, and they didn't sell out to around a little after 8 o'clock. So, but it was for a good cause and good event. I'm sorry to see the cruisers had to wait that long to get on board, but I'm sure Carnival took care of it when they got on board. Anyway, I'm trying to say, Carnival was named the official cruise line for Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo, which just so happened to kick off this past weekend. And I think Blake Shelton's playing tonight. He's singing tonight at the rodeo. So it's the big thing here in Houston, folks. The Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo, and that's saying something. Carnival is the official cruise line for the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo. Now on to a little bit of news. There was a gentleman. I tell you, folks, people just boggles my mind. I tell you, he was caught, or he wasn't caught because the cruise line didn't catch him doing it, but somebody videotaped him from another balcony, from his balcony on the ship, with a rod and reel fishing. He had a line dropped in the water and all that. And this is on one of the P&O's cruise lines, Pacific Explorer. And he had undoubtedly had a balcony room, and they didn't only show him do it once or twice, and he pulled it in, but he didn't catch any fish or anything. But folks, this is silly. This is silly. Somebody on Carnival at Cozumel not too long ago got caught fishing from the balcony on the ship. They didn't have a rod and reel, but they did have a line, and they caught a fish. They brought it up to the balcony and brought it into the ship. And this is people. You know, there's time and place for things on the ship. Doing something like that is not. Now, I do believe back in the early days when I was cruising, and I first started cruising in 1988, I did shoot a shotgun off the stern, but that was skeet shooting. So that's a little different story, and I do wish they bring that back, by the way. Shooting skeet off the stern of the ship, but that's a lot of fun, by the way. But that's one of the things I do miss that today cruise lines do not do that we did back in the 80s. Anyway, I digress again. Sorry about that. Anyway, that happened back on Wednesday, February 21st. The Pacific Explorer was on her way to Kangaroo Island. This is over in this is the P&O Australia, of course, is the company that the ship was assigned to. And it's a 4-night southern getaway itinerary, and it sailed out of Adelaide. And it came back to Adelaide after they did. The cruise line never did catch them at that time, but now the P&O has put a statement out saying that they do not take this kindly, and they are doing an investigation to see who did it, if it actually did happen. Which, you know, the videos, I've seen the videos, it looked like they pretty much did that. So anyway, I just think people just need to pay attention where they're from. Now, you can bring rod and reels on board if you have an itinerary in port, wherever you go, and fishing. You can do fishing excursions. They do have those, but you shouldn't leave it packed away. You shouldn't drag it out and tempt, because there's a very good chance the gentleman who they caught in Cozumel. He got banned from Carnival Cruise Line for life. And I'm sure P&O, which is a Carnival Cruise Corporation line, they're going to probably do the same thing if they ever find out who did that. It's not a funny thing, folks. But anyway, another event happened during this past week. Back, like I said, I started cruising back in '88. And first several cruises I sailed on, I fly to Miami and sailed out of Miami. I'd say several. It was quite a few times I sailed out of Miami in the 90s too, 80s and 90s. I don't know if you remember the Miami Vice TV series back in those days. There was a Seaplane company that do the ferry service between there and the Bahamas. It's Chalk's Airline. I guess it is an airline, but it's small planes, seaplanes. They use seaplanes. They landed in that little channel there where all the cruise ships are, and they pull up a little terminal there on that little island there across away from the cruise ships, and you passengers get off and more passengers get on and it's fly back out. And I had some neat little videos of that plane taking in off and coming back in, and on some of my early cruise video days. So anyway, one came in to Miami, I think it was 1:40 p.m. last Friday, and it had an issue. It crashed, landed actually, and I will have a picture here on you'll see here shortly. 7 passengers on board. None of the passengers were injured. They did get one of the official boats, either Coast Guard or the police boat, came over there and tied off to it and drug it over to where they're supposed to go, to their little terminal there. Thank God no life or any serious injuries occurred on the boats. And there's 5 ships that are in port that day, and none of the 5 ships got any kind of thing from it, any kind of incident or scrapes or anything from that, because it was happening out in that channel, so good ways away from the ships. So, but thank God none of the ships or none of the people on the plane were impacted. But it was I'm sure quite a few people got some videos. I've seen some videos actually already of that seaplane kind of having that one pontoon up, the other one submerged. So, anyway, that's what I have right now. I do know we got some more cruise news coming out of Galveston here soon, and as soon as I get that information, I'll be passing it along to you. You'll be informed. Go to my Facebook page. I do a lot of my postings on the Texas Cruiser Facebook page. Ask to become a member of that page, and you keep up the information I come out with. Videos. I do videos on there. I also make a copy of my column. The last column I did came out Saturday, and it was a critique of Jubilee, and my interviews of various cruisers and all who've been on Jubilee, and that's a real good read. I have a copy from the paper. I always make a copy of it and put it on my Facebook page, and go to that page and read the column. Give me some critique of my column also. I'm always open to critique, and tell me what you think about it. And anytime you got an idea for me to write a column on, shoot me a line. I'm always looking for ideas to write on a column. I write them every 2 weeks. And matter of fact, I think maybe in the future, maybe by mid-year, they may want me to start coming out every Saturday, every week. I told them I'm ready to do that if they want me to do that. So anyway, hit the like and subscribe of this wonderful YouTube channel I have, and I'll keep you informed. I hope to catch you on a future cruise, folks. Bye-bye.